Okay, so here's my new Kubota, new to me Kubota KX363, and I'm pointing at the RAM here. This was recently resealed, had a full service done on the thing, so just having an inspection, and I noticed this spot weld here holding the joiner. So the weld's gone, so I've got to weld that at some point. Just doing a check over of all the grease points that have been done, then going along to make sure it's all good. And in this video I'll be cleaning off any dirt I see, inspecting the tracks, the rollers on the tracks, and I will be replacing 2 of the rollers that are on it. In the engine I had a full service kit because I didn't know when it was serviced last, so all the filters are changed, all the oils that could be changed are changed. There was a leak inside just under the cab, it was just a loose connection, so that was done up, and belts were changed, I believe. So now when I go to use it, it should all be good. In my video fair few videos back, where I dug up the tree stumps and cleared the garden a bit, so extended garden. Obviously I use this digger, so there's a lot of dust on it anyway to get it off. So at the moment I'm just blowing off all the dust that I can, and then seeing the extent of what else needs to be done. Halfords to get some deep sockets, trying to undo the grease nipple for the ram for the tracks, because I'm digging away at mud and it's caked in where the ram is. I just want to get it clear because I don't want this to be a problem in the future. So I've needed some deep sockets for a while, but the scaffolding needs a deep 21, I think. So I'm going to go to Halfords, get probably multiple sizes because probably need them again, and then I'll be back. Tried to look on Screwfix, but it's like a 2-day wait, so I'm gonna go look at Halfords. Surely they'll have them. If not, I'll be looking elsewhere. So this bearing is wobbly. It's the only one on this one that is. The next two are fine, and then the grease nipple, I had to take the whole lug off because the grease nipple was fused to it, so I couldn't undo it. And I'll show you here, you can see I've had to take the whole thing off, and that's why I needed the deep sockets. On this side you can see this one's worse, a lot worse. The middle one's fine, and then the end one does have a little bit of a wiggle in it, but I've left it for now. It'll be something to do in the future. See, it just starts wiggling there, yeah. Probably need to replace it at some point. This here is all a bit redundant, trying to force it in with the track on as I do take the track off later, but I had never replaced one of these and I didn't know if I'd be taking the track off, so live and learn. previous section, I'd spent like, at least an hour, maybe two on, because I hadn't taken tracks off in years. And last time we had a digger was 7 years previous. And the last time I'd put a set of tracks back on, it was easy access RAMs, easy access to remove, and easy access to put back on. It was an older machine, but it was still a lot easier. We had a field where we were digging up some ditches and it was really wet. Tracks came off. I was able to put it back on so easy. But I'd just forgotten because I hadn't had to, and this was a different system. But this is me putting the grease nipple back in, and I'm having to take it back out again now because there's grit in the thread, so I'll wipe it again and put it back in. On this last section of footage here, doing up the grease nipple and putting in the grease, 10 seconds later I had to replace the grease in the grease gun, but the GoPro battery died, and when I put the GoPro down and picked it back up, the stone had cracked the lens. My favourite GoPro Hero 6 down. So all this segment is now recorded on my GoPro 7, even though it's dirty screen. I wanted to do a time lapse of the other side because you'd seen the first side slowed up, and I wanted to show it all quicker. And knowing what I know from the first side, that straight off, whereas that took me about 40 minutes to get off on the first side. And then spray with the gun to clean out, and I know exactly where to look for the stuff. It takes so much quicker. This is all dirt from the previous owner. They'd actually done a really good renovation on the digger. Just I'm surprised on that front sill on that ram, but anyway. An upcoming video, the trailer that came with it, it's got 3 boards of plywood for the floor. The bottom floor, which is the original, I think, crumbled. It was atrocious. I'm surprised it didn't fall apart, the bottom floor. I'm so glad I'm repairing it. So in this video, you can see just clearing out and about to put the grease nipple back in. Actually, this is me taking out the roller, and now the track's going back in. Nice bum shot. They are free. And this is me walking around the yard with the camera upside down.